Welcome. This is going to be a video about recording lectures in Panopto. So this is a blog post that I have available on my website. So if you just go to ricopic.one, and that is a website, it'll redirect you here. If you go to my blog, this is a blog post there, the first one. So Panopto videos via Moodle, currently the first one. Realistically, I don't do a lot of blogging, so it'll probably be the first one for a while. In any case, Panopto videos via Moodle is the page that you are looking for, the blog post on my site. So this is going to show you, this first video is going to show you how to do recording of your lectures with Panopto. So Panopto has 3 recording options: a Windows app, a Mac OS app, and the web app. And I'm going to focus on what is essentially the same interface for the Windows and the Mac app. I have Mac, so that'll be what I'll use, but the Windows app is very similar. If you want to use the web app, that is a possibility, and we'll talk about that. You can also record using other pieces of software and upload those to Panopto. So ScreenFlow is another one. That's one that I like. But you can also use the Panopto app, which is what I'll take us through today. So get started with Panopto. So you're going to want to go to this website. Okay, so this is our Hallen and Gamarka School of Engineering, himsy.hosted.panopto.com URL. So I'll click that. And it's going to ask us to sign in. So there are 2 sign-in options. Choose the Moodle option and sign in. For me, I was already signed into Moodle, so it was able to find that information and just log me in directly. If you are not logged into Moodle, you'll be asked to give your Moodle credentials. So make sure you use your Moodle credentials and you should be able to log in just fine. Okay, so this is sort of your Panopto home. Okay, so this is where all things Panopto are sort of run from. So if you want to do anything on Panopto, coming here is probably the first step. At home, you can see some different videos that are up there. My folder is available here. I don't have anything in my folder. You can add things here. No one else can see these, so this is for your own stuff. Everything's going to show you all the stuff that you've created, and you can also browse around using the Browse button. So for instance, I could look under Moodle Panopto. This is where the courses will be. NCIAA user test is the one that I've been using, and this would be like a course. You can see the videos there in your course. That's sort of the main view, how you browse around. You can also easily just search in the search bar for a video that you're looking for or a course that you're looking for. So say you were at home and you wanted to look up NCIAE. You searched. It would say, oh, okay, these 2 show up under NCIAA user test, so it showed me those 2 videos. So that's also possible, but once again, to show you, browse under Moodle Panopto, which is grayed out because you might not have access to the whole thing. You can find your course there, NCIAA user test. These are the videos that will be available to the students in your course. So the user test course, NCIAA user test course is what we're using right now, but it'll be, probability and statistics or whatever your course is later on. So once we've gotten here, we're able to do a recording. So if you click this green create button, you have a couple options. I'm going to show you how to record a session with either the Mac or the Windows app. So if you have not yet downloaded that app, you can download it here. I would recommend getting it here for the first time. So don't go elsewhere to find the Panopto app. If you have a different version than this site uses, our Panopto site, then you'll run into issues. So specifically use this download Panopto button. Run through the installer. It's pretty straightforward. It's the first time, so just make sure it's all installed correctly, and once it is, you'll be able to click Open Panopto and tell your browser okay. And what you'll see here is this recording interface. Actually, you probably will see this as your primary view first off. So I am signed in, but if you are not yet signed in, you'll need to, especially the first time, you'll need to sign in by clicking the button that it will say sign in right here. And you'll want to log in with your Moodle credentials again. And once that has worked, once you're signed in, you'll be able to see sessions that you've recorded here before, and you'll also be able to create a new recording, which is what we'll do right now. So we'll click create new recording, and you can choose the folder to which you would like to record first. So I am going to just choose my folder because I might not want the students to see this video right away. So I'll do that. I'll choose my folder, and I'll say fake session is what I'll call it. I can choose a primary source, so this will be my face, like we're seeing here. I am going to choose my FaceTime camera. You could choose another camera. If you have an external webcam, you could choose that. And also your microphone, you can choose which microphone you're going to use here. So if you have an external microphone, you could choose it there. You can also try to capture computer audio. I haven't really messed with that. I don't think it's a super useful thing to do most of the time unless you're showing something like a video within the video. That might be useful. You can also record PowerPoint slides if you click this, so it will actually bundle that in with your recording in Panopto, which is pretty nice. And you can also choose a secondary source. So a lot of us are going to be having a source that will be a web camera. It'll capture our faces, and then we'll also want to add a built-in display. So this will be like the desktop that I'm using right here. I might want to, in PowerPoint or something, be going through slides. I might also want to be doing something like on a tablet. So some of you use OneNote or something else, and you might want to write on that so that it captures your screen while you're writing. You would include as your secondary source one, the built-in display, or whatever display it is you'd like to capture. You can also select another secondary source. I don't have any others, so that's all I need. And once you're all set up, you can just hit record. And now I'm recording both the primary source, my face, and then I'm also getting the secondary source of my desktop. So if I wanted to, I could be doing something in the background. I don't use PowerPoint, but I could use Illustrator is what I usually use, and write with my tablet on the screen. So that's what I would do. So now, say we want to pause the recording, we would hit pause, and now this part won't be recorded in the session. I hit resume. It'll now continue to record. Once I'm done, I can hit stop. Notice there are also keyboard shortcuts for these if you'd like to make it a little bit smoother of operation. Now you have a chance to rename your session. You can also enter an additional description if you'd like. You can decide you didn't like that recording, delete and record again, or, as is most likely the case, you'll hit upload. And we'll see this little uploading status. As we watch this, we can take a look at this preview, the primary and the secondary sources, and we can sort of watch it. It takes a little while to upload and process. The bigger the file, the longer it takes. It's a little bit unpredictable because sometimes the network activity is different, so certain times of day it's faster than others. But eventually this will process and it will be available online. So this is a recording. If you wanted to see now your recording, so back on the Panopto Home, if you will, if I go home, I'm not seeing anything yet, but under my folder, something should show up eventually. Okay, fake session, it's there. It might not show up immediately, it's still processing. So I'm not able to do editing or anything yet, but it's showing up there, and I'll talk about editing in a later video. So that's how to record with the desktop app, with the Mac app specifically, but the Windows app is very similar in the options it has. The layout's slightly different, but I think that it will be pretty straightforward to see those differences. So now you're good to go. It's uploaded. You can close this app if you'd like to, the Panopto app on your computer. And online, it looks like it's finished. It's finished with its processing. So now we'll be able to do things with it, like edit and move it to a course folder if we'd like at that point, so that students will be able to see it. So that was the whole thing on recording with the native app. There's also a way to create a video using Panopto Capture. So this is the web application, and the web application it has some options here. You can choose your microphone, so the Mac built-in microphone I've chosen. For a video source, I'll choose my web camera, and then I could also add, you might have to allow it to do these things in your settings. So now I'm back. I had to allow it, and I had to reboot it. Okay, so now I've got this. I've got these different options. I've selected my MacBook microphone. I've selected my web camera for my camera source, and I can also add my desktop or an application window or a Chrome tab to as another source here. So your entire screen is what I'll select, share, and then there was an extra webcam there. I'll X that out. You can see that I'm ready to record now. I can hit record. It'll do a countdown, and I'm now recording in the web app. So once I'm done with that, I can hit stop, and it's a very similar thing where we can upload a video we can upload the video to, say, my folder, and I can name it Fake from the Web app, and enter a description if I'd like, and I think that's all I need to do here. So now that I'm good, I can stop sharing that screen, and I can close this if I like, and eventually it will appear, once that's processed, in this My folder again. So the Fake from the Web app now is appearing there. So now we've seen two ways to record. I recommend the first way for most of us, using either the Windows app or the Mac app, but the web one is actually pretty nice as well. So it doesn't require you install that Panopto app on your computer. So that is the how to record a lecture using Panopto.